Well, this isn't good. Just came to check on this hive, and looks like somehow the top was removed. I don't know how that happened. There was a big rock on top of it, a big brick on top of it. What's interesting is I can actually hear bees down there. I'm going to scrape all this mess off and give them some food and hope the hell something... Yeah, look, even there used to be insulation in here too, and the insulation's gone. Well, I just opened up the hive, tried to clean up some of the junk in there, and the bees came pouring out. So the bees are deep down in that hive, somehow still alive, even though the hive was completely exposed to the elements like this. I just hope there's enough bees in there that they're going to be able to survive the winter. But being pissed off like this is a good sign. It usually means that they're protecting their queen. All right, this is the hive that was had the top knocked off in the middle of the winter, and it's looking pretty good right now. So the plan is to dig into it, and I'm actually going to knock it down to a single deep and move it right over there. So let's see how that goes. Okay, so I just moved bees that were in this hive that was exposed to the weather. I knocked them down to a single deep, and they're over here. So these are all the dead bees that died over the winter. And it's a lot of bees. And many of them probably died when they got rained on that week. Rained and snowed on. But otherwise, you know, they're in pretty good shape. I would say I've got about 5 or 6 solid frames of bees, and about a frame, maybe 2 frames of open brood. No, not much, and a little bit of cap brood, but that's normal. But just so basically, the queen is just starting to get going right now, but she's cooking, so she's looking good. They've got tons of honey, and they had tons of honey there in their box. They were in really, really good shape. They didn't need any candy at all. They're in fantastic shape. So this colony was reduced to a single deep. This is the one that was had the top blown off it earlier in the winter and was living with weather and rain and freezing rain and snow falling right into the hive for about a week. And somehow the bees were still alive, and I managed to save them. Is immediately just put sugar in them and gave them lots of pollen, or pollen supplement or pollen substitute, just to get the queen laying as soon as possible. And it seems to have worked. I can't remember what condition they were in a week ago when I last checked them, but today when I popped the top off, that bottom deep, every frame was full of bees, just packed with bees. So they're doing good. This is the hive that had the top blown off it in the middle of the winter, and lots of bees up top right now. I'm going to put this pollen patty on. They've been eating this pollen patty, or protein patty. You can see that they're digging into it. Nice. I'm going to put that right smack in the middle again. They're a little bit on the defensive side, but that's sort of what I expected from these bees. Once you get bees that are disturbed in a major way over the winter, they tend not to forget that, and they get a little defensive. But anyhow, I've got, oh, they're in my face now. They're trying to sting me in the face. Anyway, they're very defensive. Anyway, it's looking good.